How y'all doing? What is going on? Welcome to the Hunter Call of the Wild. And today we are not being on Parkour Fernando forever. That's 40. So that's our 60 target. But we are talking about... Oh, geesh. Bows. All the bows in the game. How... what their different effective ranges are. What classes their different ammo covers. And we're also going to do something that you should probably never do when talking about a video game, no matter what video game you're playing. We're going to be comparing these bows to real life. So we're going to start off here with our crosspoint, which is our crossbow. The peak draw weight is 165 pounds. You cannot hip shot it. The crossbow takes what is called bolts. You have your 300 grain bolts for small game classes 1 and 2, so your rabbits, birds, if you really want to, coyotes, foxes, side-striped jackal. Then you have your 420 grain broadhead bolts. That is 2 to 7. That is your main animals you will be hunting. And then your 600 grain broadhead bolts, which is 7 and 9, which is your big game. I should probably step off the range, but oh well. But crossbow allows you to very easily get up close. Has some excellent stopping power, and it is one of your most accurate bows in the game as of right now. Now we go to the Bear Claw Light. It was a free DLC. At one point, but now if you get the game, it automatically comes with it. Your Bear Claw Light is a solid compound bow, which is completely different from your crossbow that we've already mentioned. We also have the Coder CB65, which is another compound bow. Yeah, that was pretty good. This one's a little bit heavier. You got your Razorback. I know a bow I forgot to put in there. I forgot to put the Hawk Edge. Oops. Heck. I miss it. Okay. And then you go, which I don't have the Hawk Edge in mind. Hawk Edge is your 60, 65. So peak draw weight 60, 65, 60. I think the Hawk Edge is 70. Then you got your recurve bows. Well, this is the takedown recurve bow. Oh, I don't remember you being on here. And then you have your longbow. This is your more traditional, which I still have no idea. Ah, you put it right over top of it, right? Okay. See, the actual longbow and this next recurve, I have no idea how to actually use very much. but I see. I think I figured it out finally. It's right above it. Okay. So those are the bows we have. As we're walking, we'll go up here and actually take a closer look. I'm going to show you the base game ones and the DLC ones. We're going to actually take a closer look at them. Talk about them, see what, tell you my thoughts on them. So, Bear Claw Light. This is the one you start the game with. Well, one of the ones you can start the game with. This was the free DLC one. If you got the DLC, I believe you got it for free. It came with that camouflage. So it's already looking pretty good. Let's go back and look at the stats on it. So it is a peak draw weight of 60 pounds. That is it's a good solid compound bow with a good balance of power and accuracy. Accuracy is 38, so that's pretty good. Recoil's 10. Then you go to your Razorback. Hold on, I need to look at this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Your Razorback bow. Which I did not customize this one either at all. This would be your next free bow that you can get. Or not free, but base game bow that you could get up to. I forget how much it cost. But it is similar to the Bear Claw, but with slight variations in draw speed and handling. So we go back. And you look at it, it has 33 accuracy, which is a little bit better. Recoil still 10. Wait, is it? Oh yeah, it is. I didn't realize. Okay. Reload speed still 100, because you just load one arrow at a time. Peak draw weight's 60. Then the highest base game one that you can get is the Hawk Edge. This is the one that you'll find in most of my loadouts since I have them all. It's the closest one that looks. Only reason I use this one a lot is it's because the highest one, and it also looks the closest to the bow that I hunt with in real life, which is the Bear Archery G2 Cruiser. And if we go back, it doesn't have as much accuracy, but it has 70 peak pound draw weight. Your recoil's 28, so that's up close and personal. And we will go to talk about the compound bow that is a DLC. So you have your Coder CB65. So your draw weight on both of those is 65. Your accuracy is 24. Recoil is 19. Hip speed's 12. Look at that. Now, the reason they have a red one and a black one, they're literally both the same bow. But this was before they made it to where you could customize them. And then we have our cross points, which are our compound bows. A powerful crossbow with excellent accuracy and stopping power. Okay. We look at these. Nothing real fancy. It's just your common crossbow, really. Has a crank on it, which you really don't see in the game. But it is 165 peak draw weight. Accuracy is 45, so it's the most accurate bow that you can get. And then we'll take a look here at the Alexander longbow. Now this has 60 pounds draw weight, 30 accuracy, 15 recoil, 12 hip shot. If we look at it here, it's just your normal, it's what you would think of as a longbow. It's more shaped off of the Alexander longbows from history, so there's not really much about that. It's a traditional longbow requiring more skill to use effectively, great for immersive, primitive style hunting. And then we look at our recurve bow. Like, there's these different recurves. So your recurve has 70 pound draw weight, 38 accuracy, 20 recoil, and 10 hip shot. If we look at it, it looks more like your little recurve, a sleek, lightweight recurve bow offering a balance between tradition and performance. These are also straight out of a history book. They have been known effective in many historical events. Then you have your Stanberg takedown recurve bow, which is another traditional bow allowing for precise and stealthy hunting. This one is, I think, the lowest peak draw weight. It has 50 pounds, 38 accuracy, recoils 10, hip shots 10. We look at it, it's your more modern recurve bows that you see nowadays in stores and stuff that you can buy. Still a good bow, but nothing like the historical ones. Okay, so now for the different arrows that you have, bolts, arrows, all of that good stuff. For the compound bows, you use your 300 grain arrows, which are for class 1 to 2. Which we also have your normal arrows, where you have tracer ones that you can get. You have your 420 grain broadhead, which is your 2 to 7. And then you have, which you also have a tracer in that. You have 600 grain broadhead arrow, which is for your 7 to 9. For the crossbow, you have your bolts, which is 300 grain, of course, 1 to 2. Where's the next one? 420 grain, which is 2 to 7. And then your 600 grain, which is 7 to 9. Now, if we look at the longbow and recurve arrows, we have our 350 grain broadhead traditional arrow. The covers class 1 to 3. You can also put that in tracer, which most of the time I have started recently hunting with the tracer ones. If you get 540 grain, is 4 to 7. And then your 700 grain arrows, which are your 8 to 9 animals. Of course, tracer with those as well. Now, with the different sights that we have, let's go to bow sights. These are all the ones you get. You get your crossbow one, and that one free with DLC. This one is base game, same with these 3. Best to probably get if you're going to buy a DLC. It's probably that one to start with. You'll quickly outgrow it, especially once you get the range zeroing skill perk, whatever one it is. But that is your rangefinder sight. This is just your normal pin, so if you don't put a sight on your bow, this is what you'll see, but it won't illuminate like this one does. This is your crossbow scope, your Swift Mark 3 bow sight, which that's what most bows have in real life, and your Swift Mark 5 bow sight, which is what some bows have in real life, or you buy them, which actually my bow has 5 pins. Most people are like, you don't need that. But the key thing with bows, no matter what sight or arrow or bow you're using, you gotta have the correct placement. If you don't have the correct placement on a deer or animal, you ain't getting it. Now, with the challenge of bow hunting, real life or Call of the Wild, you have very limited range compared to rifles. So with that, it requires getting closer, but also sometimes making yourself get closer is not always the best thing. Always think about using a collar to pull them to you, so you do not have to move and worry about spooking them. If you're using a collar, you can be in a stand or in some brush. Because unlike real life, if you're in the game and you try to shoot through a bush, it's not going to affect your arrow like it would in real life. Mastering shot placement uh, helps, especially with some of the lower penetration and velocity arrows or bows. And the closer they are, the more likely you are to put a good shot into them. Or even if it's not a perfect shot, it's a better one than nothing to get them to move closer to you. Because if they're closer and you shoot them and it's not the best shot, they could be right on top of you. You sink it, say you hit them in the stomach. Yeah, you're not always going to get the quickest kill with the stomach, but if they're like right on top of you, 20 meters away, and you drive an arrow right through their stomach, they ain't going far. They'll drop sooner than later. Wind and cover. Your wind's a very important part. You do not want to be walking into the wind with an animal downwind from you. You want to try to keep the animals upwind from you so they don't smell you. And you don't alert them so you don't spook them. Now, that is very true to real life. And using cover. You don't want to be just walking out in the plain, open, while bow hunting, because more than likely the deer will, or your trophy target animal will see you before you see them in that case. Using bows, though, it does, as I've been describing, add an extra layer of difficulty, but it also adds excitement to the hunt, especially once you get your trophy and you're like, I just did that with a bow. Why do you think that's why most of the big YouTubers, or content creators, I should say, not even just YouTubers, people on Twitch, if they got a big trophy, they're going to hunt it with a bow just to bring more of a challenge, and also because they get more enjoyment out of doing it that way. See, something's like next to me or somewhere. Yeah, it's giving a warning call. Okay. Let's get out of here and test some of these bows on a real hunt. Now, as I finish putting everything together, you guys can see what's in my inventory. We're going to start by hunting with the hawkhead bow. Not much. We'll use the Swift Mark 5-pin bow sight. I'm going to set off to one of these stands that I have. We'll see what I can get. So, okay, one thing when you're getting in your stand, I'll spray it once I actually get in the stand. But we're going to put our collar below the stand. You don't want it like right there, but we're going to get in our stand. And we're going to spray ourselves with scent eliminator. That's the best thing to do, especially with the wind going not in a preferable direction. And we're going to try to find, see, look, there's a mule deer. So we're going to go back to our collar, or whatever collar. We'll turn on the fox bang. There's also a pronghorn over there. I don't know if I can, and I don't think there's no collar for pronghorn, so that won't work. Look, she's coming right into it. So now the thing is, once come on. Now, a good way, well, just making our way up here. A good way to always, like, if you're just starting with bows, don't know much about it, and you're like, okay, I would suggest waiting until they get about right there. You can always mark your spot, or like the farthest you feel comfortable shooting with your bow. This is a crossbow, then you have really no. Well, it's still good to know what they're at if you don't have any of the skills or anything yet. Bingo. See, she's now attentive. And I just shot over her back. Well, sometimes that happens. Let's move on to our next target. She's done. Hey, quit squeaking. You don't squeak like that. You're not a road deer. Nice. And it's nothing special, but see, right through both. Okay, moving on to the next bow. Who'd you start with? Who'd you start? Where's that? Where that close? Okay, well, we're gonna get up at this tree then. Well, I hit him. Oh, I hit him. Okay. I don't think I hit him that well. In the head. Oh no, I sent it right through him. But, as you guys could see in the clips of me not getting anything and the clips of me getting stuff, it did take a little bit while. Some bows are better than others. Of course, archery and all is challenging and creates some memorable moments while hunting. I was not expecting the moose to allow me to get that close. I didn't expect the air to go all the way through it like that with the recurve. But if you guys do hunt with a bow or in real life or in Call of the Wild, let me know your guys' bow setups. I encourage you to give bow hunting a try in Call of the Wild if you have not already. Don't be afraid at first if you don't get it, it's alright. But that's going to be it for now, guys. Hope you enjoyed a whole video just based on archery. And as always, please remember to subscribe. Join the Discord. There's only like 22 of you guys in there. I'd love to see more of you join it. guys can interact with me, get some sneaks with what's coming up, and I want to remind you guys to like the video, comment what you guys have your favorite bow setup as in real life or in Call of the Wild or any other hunting games. And I will see you all next time. See you all later. The Hunter Call of the Wild isn't just a game, it's a hunting experience. The thrill of tracking an animal, patience required for a perfect shot, and the rush of finally taking down your trophy. This is as close to hunting as you can get without stepping into the woods yourself. Today, we're diving into why this game is a must-play for hunting fans. I'll be showing off some gameplay to prove it.